Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. Today, the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys are taking on Chesterfield, which is both a cigarette company and apparently a football club. That joke comes to you exclusively for our 85-year-old and older viewers who remember when Chesterfield's was a cigarette company. Okay, today we're taking on Chesterfield, and I am going to make some introductions. I'm going to introduce you to the rules of this game that we are playing, football, or as Americans call it, soccer. And I'm also going to introduce you to some of the players, and I'm going to introduce you to the nature of our relationship with the actual AFC Wimbledon, the relationship between the fictional team that you are watching right now, but again, you know, what's fictional can still be real. Who's top of the table? We're top of the table. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. AFC Wimbledon, we're top of the league. Right, but just because it's fictional doesn't mean it's not, it doesn't mean it isn't real. That's a double negative. It's real. That's what I'm saying. So I guess, like, I know that there are a lot of new viewers here today. Thank you for joining in this crazy project with us. Thanks for being part of it. Today, by the way, we're starting John Green and John Green up front, teammates in life and in love. Behind them, in central midfield, we have S. Moore, or as we like to call him, some more. And then in you know, then we've got the rest of the boys playing. We're still getting to know the players a little bit. So there are a lot of new viewers, many of whom are new to the sport of football, or soccer, as Americans call it. So I thought I'd give you a basic overview of the rules. The goal of soccer is to score more points, more goals than your opponent. Ideally, they score none and you score lots and lots of them. That is the idea. And then if you win all of the games, then you win the league. And if you win the league, you get to go up to the next league, which in the case of AFC Wimbledon would be League One. Oh, get there. Oh, it's messy passing. Pass the ball, John Green. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful finish. Oh, get up, ball, John Green. That's frustrating. And then a wild shot that was almost the greatest goal in Swindon history. I mean, Wimbledon history. Every time I do that, I have to pay an extra $1 in sponsorship to AFC Wimbledon. So every time you hear me use the word Swindon, remind me that I owe AFC Wimbledon $1. All right, so you want to score more goals than your opponent, and that's basically it. There are no other rules. Except, I guess the most confusing rule in soccer is the offside rule. So I will try to explain that. If you are an attacker, like Chesterfield currently is, you cannot have a player who is beyond the last defender unless that player is behind the ball. So I know this is very confusing, but in practice it's very easy. Basically, you're not allowed to cherry pick. So I can't here. I'll try to show you if I can go ahead and not give up a goal here. That would be fantastic. All right, so I'll try to show you what I'm talking about if I can. Oh, yes, we're passing out of the back as we like to do. So right now, I can pass to him because there are defenders behind him. But if there weren't defenders behind him, it would be illegal to pass to him. What a beautiful move. Do you see your husband making a beautiful run? Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? You saw him! And he scored! Oh! And he did the robot. And he did the robot. He's big. I forgot the words. It's been so long since I sang a song about Ball John Green because he left for Barcelona. Oh, he's big, he's brash, he has a brilliant stash. Ball John Green, Ball John Green. I don't know, we might need a better song for Ball John Green, guys. So that is essentially the offside rule. It's basically to prevent cherry picking. It's to prevent you just sitting, putting one of your attackers like right next to the goal and then just trying to pass to him all the time because it would be a much less interesting game. The only other rules are that, like, you can't knock people over. You know, you can't tackle people from behind. I'll show you how that works right now. This kind of tackle, that was illegal, or it would have been illegal if I'd made contact with the player as I tried to, but instead I failed. Oh man, that was such a great goal, and oh my gosh, look at this! Look at this! Pass to your husband! Oh, he's a finisher! Oh, it's a beauty, and look at those two men who love each other dancing around on the ground like children. It's so lovely. Oh, what a great finish. And I unlocked some kind of achievement, as I like to do. This is just a great run. I mean, we are just ripping Chesterfield wide open. So I don't know if you have specific questions. You can ask them in comments about the rules of the game, but it's a pretty straightforward game. You want to, yeah, you just want to score. The only other thing that is a little bit confusing is the way that the other competitions work. So in a season, you're simultaneously, in most cases anyway, playing more than one competition. So right now we're in League 2. That's our league. And we're going to play all of our League 2 games, and hopefully we're going to win League 2. We're certainly doing a good job of that so far. And then if we do win League 2, we'll get to go play in League 1. But there are other competitions that we're participating in at the same time. So for instance, right now we are also participating in what's called the Capital One Cup, which is a knockout competition in which you either win or you go home, basically. And then the winner of that wins a beautiful trophy and also some money, which we sorely need because we are not. I was offside there. Now we're going to get a good glimpse of the offside rule. See, he's beyond the last defender when the ball is passed to him. Ergo, he is offside. Okay. So that's the yes. So that is really the only quote-unquote complicated rule in football, but I don't think it's that complicated, actually. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff. Like, if you get fouled inside the penalty box, then you are awarded what's called a penalty kick, which is a very nice thing to get because it's, relatively high scoring opportunity. Will he get his hat trick? He will! He will! Oh, do the robot again. Oh, it's so beautiful. The pass from less is more. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's 3-0, and we're still in the first half. This is AFC Wimbledon football, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we get it done. We've just had some great finishing. Yeah, so now I'm going to talk. I guess those are the major rules of the game, right? I can't think of anything that I'm missing. So you want to win those competitions because they give you money, but also because you are playing not just for money, and in the end, not really for money. You're playing for glory. That's why you play the game. That's why you're involved. That's just such an incredibly ugly mohawk that it was difficult for me to pay attention and continue talking to you guys. Let's watch some first half highlights together. So I think that almost went in, remember? Because the goalie was just out of position. This raises the question, like, what is the point of football? And I think ultimately the point of football is that it's a community building activity, but also you seek these great moments of glory. And the real life Wimbledon FC, before they were moved, won the FA Cup in one of the greatest upsets in the history of the game. And that was good for the team financially, but it was really wonderful because it was just an astonishing, beautiful win. And that's what we're trying to put together here at the Wimbly Womblys, is the kind of team that you can root for and get excited about and be proud of when they have these wonderful victories. Now I want to introduce you to the nature of our relationship with the actual AFC Wimbledon, because it's funny and weird. We are sponsors of the real life actual League 2 football club, AFC Wimbledon, which plays their games in a stadium right now, a stadium in Kingston, I think it's called. Oh no! Oh, everything worked out better than expected off the post. And we haven't worked out the exact nature of the sponsorship yet, but hopefully, I think we are going to be sponsoring their entire youth academy. So professional football teams have youth academies that they are affiliated, and so those youth teams are affiliated with the professional club. And in the case of AFC Wimbledon, because it's a team owned and run entirely by its fans, they're going to say that was a foul, but that's a dirty lie. That was a beautiful leg hug. In the case of AFC Wimbledon, that academy is very important to them and something that they're really just starting to build back up after the club was disbanded in 2002. So it's really exciting to us, the prospect of being able to be be the lead sponsor for their youth academy. And but we will also, in that, it allows us to kind of stick within the values of Nerdfighteria. Like, we get to help kids, basically. We get to help young people work closely with them as they're developing skills in football and also hopefully in life, and and support kids playing the game and stuff, instead of just professionals. But also then we will have like advertising around the ground and stuff, so that when you go to actual Wimbledon games, at the actual AFC Wimbledon, which you should do, you should totally do that. That would make me so happy. Send me pictures. You'll see our advertisements and stuff. That's going to take a while to build up, just because we've got to, we've got to work out the designs and various other things. Many great passes, and then ball John Green. He's just stronger and faster than his opponents. 4 goals! 4 goals! Show me how you run. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that? Yes. Was that the Macarena? I think it might have been. It's great to see. I mean, he's just, you've got to say at this point that ball John Green is dominating the game. If anything, I'm a little worried that other John Green, his husband, is going to be sad. So we're, so this is 100% of revenue related to the AFC Wimbledon Womblly Womblys, the team that you are watching right now, will go towards sponsoring the actual AFC Wimbledon, so that we can support their academy and support the club and kind of support the idea that it's good to be owned by your fans, and that soccer clubs owned by rich people is not the only way or even the best way to go. That would have been a great pass if only I had a different formation. Lastly, I want to introduce you to just a couple, because we don't have a lot of time, of our new players. Most excitingly, playing in central defense, we have Eliza, a.k.a. Lizzie, Bennett, no relation. No relation, of course, to other John Green, whose maiden name before he was married to ball John Green was Bennett, but now he's John Green, nay Bennett. So, but yes, no relation at all between he and Lizzie Bennett. But I'm excited because we've never had, in all the years that we were Swindon, we never had. I'm going to go ahead and take out ball John Green, another John Green here in the 83rd minute, just because I don't want anybody to get hurt. I forgot to do that. That's my new big thing, is trying to avoid injuries for the boys, because I hate to see, and the girls, I hate to see people in pain. So we're going to bring in yeah Bamba, and then we're going to also bring in Jackie Midson and Green Eggs and Sheringham. I think, Meredith, I'm working on a song for Green Eggs and Sheringham that goes like that's about like how he would score. Initially I wanted it to be like he would score with a boat. He would score in a boat. He would score with a goat. But then I realized like that can be taken in another way, and that's not cool. So I'm still working, but I'm close. I'm close to something. We're working on that. So, but yeah, Green Eggs and Sheringham is going to be a really important striker for us. So I'm really excited about Eliza Lizzie Bennett rocking the central back for us, because I think she's going to be a huge part of our club. But I do want to make clear that even though all of these players are obviously based on actual AFC Wimbledon players, I want you to, if you can, divorce yourselves from their reality, so that the actual A. Bennett doesn't get mad at me for turning him into not just a woman, but also a character from a 19th century British novel. So yeah, I hope we can. If we can't be, we'll just change the names back or something. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's here, working on the art assignment. We're playing AFC Wimbledon Womblly Womblys. Do you want to star in an episode? All right. I have good news, Sarah. We won! 4 goals from John Green, and then heroically in the 70th minute, John Green. Oh, it's a great day in Swindon. Ah! It's a great day in Wimbledon. Best wishes.